So it's back to school season. Maybe you're in school right now, maybe start next week, but regardless, you're unprepared. Well, lucky for you, today in this video we're going to be explaining the top 10 back to school essentials that every guy must need. As always, enjoy the video. So number one, a pen or a pencil. Now guys, I can't believe I'm explaining this right now, but this is something that literally throughout my years of school, I was constantly not bringing a pen, not bringing a pencil, never being prepared for class. Okay, bring a pen or a pencil, especially on the first day of school. You do not want to be the guy that goes to school and the teacher is passing out one of those papers saying, okay, your favorite hobbies, what's your favorite school subject? And guess what? You look around, everyone else is filling in a paper, their name's on the top, everything, and guess what? Your paper's blank because you didn't bring a pen or a pencil. And on top of it, it's too awkward to go ask the kid next to you or the teacher for a pen or a pencil. So guys, my recommendation, bring a pen or a pencil. Okay, so number 2 on this list is deodorant. Now I thought you guys would have learned this in health class, but surprisingly, there's a lot of guys that do not own deodorant. If you are above the age of 11, own a stick of deodorant, please, and use it. It's not very expensive. You can actually go to even the dollar store and you get brands like Speed Stick. They have it available at Walmart as well, but I think it's a little cheaper at the dollar store. And for about $1, $2, whatever it is, it'll help you smell better. Especially like I said, if you're over the age of 11, you're going through puberty or you've already gone through it, whatever it is, but you're gonna sweat, you're gonna smell, have deodorant, and you don't have to necessarily bring this to school, but at least wear it every morning. If you have gym class and you sweat a lot, you definitely want to bring it with you. And of course, if you have the money, you can always get brands like Old Spice. It's a little more expensive, but it might be a little bit better. But whatever it is, if you can't afford it, like I said, there's cheaper brands. So guys, please buy deodorant. Now, number 3 on the list is cologne. Now, this is slightly optional, and I don't feel like you necessarily need to have cologne, but I would highly recommend it. Now, of course, if you don't have a lot of money, then maybe cologne could be the last thing on your list. But if you got the money, for about $8 or $9, you can get yourself a really decent cologne. And I personally would try to stay away from the Axe, but if you really don't have a lot of money or whatever, it's not too expensive. You can probably get yourself a small can of Axe. The only reason why I'm saying I would personally stay away from it is only because, for one, the smells don't last too long, so you might only really smell it for an hour, if that. I find that it kind of wears away quick. Number 2, the smells can be pretty strong, and of course, number 3, a lot of people have Axe, and you want to stand out. The idea is to be unique, stand out, and have a different scent that, no one knows what it's from, but only you. And that's the cool part about cologne. So if you guys got the money, I would recommend getting yourself a nice thing of cologne. Okay, so number 4 on this list is a belt. Now, some of you guys are going to be like, why would I need a belt, right? It's kind of random. But you know how it is. You walk around school and you see people sagging their pants. Trust me when I say it, no one wants to see you walking down the hallway with half your ass showing or half your underwear showing. It's just doesn't look very neat. Girls do not like this. So personally, guys, for $10, maybe $11, get yourself a belt. I don't care what color it is, what brand it is, what material it is, but just get yourself a belt that, and if it's a weird color, then it's covered by your shirt anyways, no one's gonna see it. But just get a belt, guys, okay? It's not a lot of money, just invest in it. I'm gonna keep this one brief because we don't really need to go on explanation here. You guys get what I'm saying. Okay, so number 5, a new pair of shoes. Now guys, you might not have the budget for shoes, and I completely understand that. They can get very expensive, but however, even a simple pair of shoes like this would be enough. Now, I have these in black as well, and you see this all white colorway right here. Now, these are a little bit dirty, but not too bad. Something like this is a really good essential for school. You guys can use this and match with almost any clothes. I mean, especially with this shirt right here, the black ones will look really good with a pair of jeans or even a pair of khakis. It doesn't have to be anything too crazy, but the idea is that it somewhat matches. It goes with your clothes, you're not wearing a weird color like a green shoe with like a red shirt. You want to stay away from doing stuff like that. But I got these for about $90 like a really long time ago, and I know that like Champs and Finish Line, Foot Locker, whatever, one of them is having a sale right now in Huaraches, and you can pick them up for about $80, which isn't bad. And I am going to leave a link down below in the description, that way you guys can check it out. But personally, I would recommend getting a pair of Huaraches. You can also check out brands like New Balance and Asics. They're ones that aren't that expensive, or even Saucony's is another brand. Check them out. Especially, like I said, if you're on a budget for $50 or $60, you can get a pair of New Balances, or even cheaper actually. Even Saucony's for like $40. So guys, make sure you check that out. And I would recommend getting 2 to 3 pairs of shoes if you can. If you don't have the budget, that's fine. But if you have about 2 to 3 solid pairs of shoes that you're rotating around, you don't even have to be a sneakerhead. It's just the idea that you've got stuff that matches, and you're not wearing the same pair of shoes every day. So definitely, guys, invest in a new pair of shoes. Okay guys, so next on the list is a new rotation of clothes. Now it all depends on where you're going, what grade you're going to. Now, say you're a sophomore going to be a junior. You want to get a whole new rotation of clothes. Try not to wear everything that you wore like, every single week last year. I mean, of course, you're not going to get all brand new clothes because, that's not affordable. But what you can always do is get the essential stuff. If you're missing certain things like white or black t-shirts or gray t-shirts like this, get essentials like that, because they actually fit your outfits really well. You can wear a lot of shoes with them. They're inexpensive. I would recommend getting into stuff like that. And of course, if you have a higher budget, go try to get as much new stuff as you can. There's a lot of different stores with good deals. You can check out Marshalls and TJ Maxx. I always find some really good deals there, and they always have like different stuff. So you can walk in there one week and they'll have, this selection of clothing. Walk in the next week and it's got another selection. So guys, I would highly check them out if you can. Highly recommend it. There's also, you can go on eBay, you can go on Amazon. I haven't really shopped on Amazon for clothes, but you can go on eBay. They have a lot of really good deals. You can check out stuff on there. But yeah, now of course, if you're going to college, well, you're at an advantage. Because guess what? You don't have to buy as many new clothes because no one knows who you are. So you can walk in with the same rotation of clothes you had from last year, and guess what? You're all set. But again, stay away from shirts with fades in them, that's faded, that has holes in it. Stay away from that. Try to wear fresh new stuff, because remember, the first impression is always the best. And if you want to have the best school year possible, try not to wear your old baggy clothes that you've had, 6 years ago. Just avoid that. Okay, so number 7 on this list is going to be 2 different things. It's a backpack and school supplies. Now, as for school supplies, it's very simple. Go to school with, a bunch of notebooks, a couple of notebooks, a couple of folders, pens, pencils, a pencil sharpener, all that kind of stuff. Be prepared, because you don't want to be there the first day. They ask, okay, take out your notebook, write some notes, or it might not be the first day, but it might be after that. You don't want to be, the person ask for paper and all that. Just come with a notebook. They're very cheap. Staples has a lot of really good sales on that kind of stuff. You can check out Walmart as well. Come prepared. And also for a backpack, I would highly recommend getting a good backpack. Now, I wouldn't say get a cheap one. Even if you were low on budget, I personally would go with a backpack that's at least $35 to $40. And usually you don't base stuff off a price, but I've always found that backpacks around that range were always really good quality. I had one that I spent, I think, about $50 on. It lasted all 4 years of high school. So if you can, try to get a decent backpack. I would recommend, they have these, the Swiss backpacks are really nice. You can get those actually at Marshalls. They have them. Sometimes they have them at Target, Walmart. Staples has them as well. So definitely get a decent backpack. And I would also recommend going for a backpack that contrasts with your clothes. So I wouldn't go with, an orange backpack or a bright red backpack or a purple backpack. I would go with, gray, dark gray, light gray, black, maybe white, but I don't know how I feel about that necessarily. Navy blue, even a maroon isn't a bad color. Make it contrast with your clothes, because if you're someone that doesn't wear a lot of loud clothing, I wouldn't go with a loud backpack. So try to go with more subtle colors, like I said. and I think it would be good and contrasting with your outfits. Okay, so number 8 is also an optional one, but I'm going to say it anyways. Some type of a timepiece or some type of jewelry. Now, this is optional completely. Some guys do not like jewelry, and that's perfectly fine. Me personally, I'm not really huge on it, but I think a nice watch is huge, or even some type of like a beaded bracelet really makes outfits look really nice. And especially when going back to school, it gives a good first impression. It makes it look like you're really stylish, and you kind of know what you're doing. You can get different ones. If you want to watch, I would personally check out Movement. It's MVMT. They have some really nice watches for a little over $100. You can get yourself either a leather banded watch or a metal band, and they're really nice. They seem like they're good quality, so I would check them out if you guys are looking for an affordable watch. And yeah. Okay, so now we're on to number 9. This one is super important in my opinion, and it's gum or breath mints. Now, always keep this in your backpack. You never know when you might need this. Maybe you go and during lunch you end up having something that kind of makes your breath smell. Me personally, I would sometimes pack tuna salad for lunch, and it's fish, and fish smells. So you want to have some gum on you or breath mints, because what happens is no one wants to talk to somebody that's breath stinks. And especially you don't want to be in that situation where you finally got the courage to talk to the girl that you really like, and guess what happens? You talk to her, your breath stinks, and guess what happens? She never talks to you again because you have poor hygiene. So remember, bring gum and breath mints. Last but not least, number 10 on the list is an open mind. Okay, so this is really basic here, and there's not too much I have to elaborate about, but just go with an open mind, guys. It's not the worst thing in the world. You might not like school, you might be dreading to go there, you might dread going there every single day, but guess what? It's not the end of the world. If you're in grade school, it's required, you need to go, you don't have a choice, and you're better off just sticking through. It's not worth it to drop out. Just go through it, man. It's not the best thing in the world, but it's not the worst. And if you're in college, just remember, you're doing it because you want to further your education. It's something that's required, depending on the career field you go for, whatever you're pursuing. So just make sure, you go with a positive attitude. You can meet a lot of really new people. You can develop friendships, relationships, things like that. It's really not the worst thing in the world, but just go with a positive attitude. It can't hurt. It's much better than going in with a negative attitude, because what it'll do is it'll drive people away from you. It'll make you have a worse time. And, why not just make the best out of it? It sucks, but deal with it. But anyways, guys, that's about it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe down below, and leave a comment. If I left something out, let me know in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed, let me know as well. Give me video ideas. I'm really looking to do videos like this in the future. And as always, guys, thank you for all the support, and I'll see you in the next video.